Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. We got some new stuff for you, additional new stuff for you to check out. This is the brand new, I don't know how brand new it is. I think it's been out for a couple months now. It's kind of this new project, this new studio band thing. They're calling themselves United State of Mind. Okay. Basically, we've got Robin Trower, Maxi Priest, and Livingstone Brown. All right. So this, I'm sure most of you are familiar with these guys, right? Maxi Priest, kind of like an R&B reggae vocalist, all right, who has been around for a while. I believe he is Jamaican born, if I'm not mistaken, but he's from Great Britain. Of course, we've got the legendary Robin Trower on guitar. Guy's been around forever. Originally got his start in Procol Harum. Has had a very successful solo career over the years. Livingstone Brown on bass guitar and keyboards. Okay, Livingstone Brown has played with Robin quite a bit over the years. We got Chris Taggart guesting on drums. You got Fergus Guerin on percussion. Agnes Moncrief on trumpet. James Arbin on sax. Ed Reband on trombone. Steve Morris on violin, Adrian Smith on viola, Chris Warsey on cello, and Eileen Hunter on flute. This was actually recorded a couple of years ago. I think this has been re-released, or they recorded in 2018. Maybe it's just getting released now. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, but I believe this came out late last year, officially for the first time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2020, but we're just getting it now. So what's this all about, right? So this trio of guys that seemingly would be a weird fit together, but maybe not. So we've got 9 tracks on here. United State of Mind. So this meeting of the minds, okay. Robin Trower coming from his blues and blues rock background. You got Maxi Priest coming from like R&B and soul and reggae. You've got Livingstone Brown, who's done all sorts of things here, there, and in between. What does this sound like at all? Well, if you're a Robin Trower fan, I will warn you, this is probably nothing like you'd expect from the guy. This is not a blues rock album. It's not even close to a rock album. This is more like kind of like a laid-back R&B type of album with a little bit of funk. There's maybe, one track that's kind of rocking, that's bringing it all back to you. There's some good kind of slow, funky, somewhat bluesy guitar going throughout this album. Don't expect Robin absolutely tearing it up. It does not really happen on here. There's a couple cool little tasty solos. Some of the guitar lines are pretty neat. He steps on the wah-wah pedal occasionally, but this is more kind of laid-back groove music. I will say Maxi Priest sounds fantastic on here. He's, to me, he's the star of this. He's a really good singer. And, his voice kind of fits with Robin Trower. I mean, they kind of sound good together. But there's always a but, right? I just kept waiting for this to kind of take off. And for me, it doesn't really. A lot of these songs are kind of stuck in kind of like first gear. Maybe they get into second gear a little bit. There's very little third gear on this album. It's all a pleasant listen. All right. United State of Mind, the title track, is pretty cool. On Fire Like Jaja, I like that. That's kind of funky, kind of catchy. A couple of Hands to the Sky, not too bad. Where Our Love Came From, that's all right. Walking Wounded, not too bad. I did not dislike this at all. I can't say I love it, though. I have given this a few spins, and while, like I said, it is kind of pleasing to the ears, here's a little mini review on the back of the album. It says, an album of great depth and beauty, a record to calm the mind, to question the senses, and most importantly, in these fractured times, to unite listeners around the musical vision. So, in that aspect, I think it works, because this is more kind of let's just sit down and listen to something a little calming with some emotion behind it, with some feel. You can tell this music kind of came from the heart with these guys. They obviously enjoyed playing together, putting this together. And I can totally appreciate that. Unfortunately for me, this is not really my cup of tea. This is not something, as a longtime Robin Trower fan, and I'll be honest, I've been known of Maxi Priest forever. I've never listened to his music because that's not something I really dabble in that often. But for those of you who are watching this and like modern kind of R&B and soul music, okay, I think give this a try, because here you've got a legendary guitarist who doesn't really play in that field, adding some cool tones, some little, simmering, smoldy guitar stuff there. There's a lot of groove on this album. Like I said, the vocals are outstanding. This is kind of a throwback to like those kind of late 60s, early 70s R&B and soul albums, I think. So on that aspect, it wins, okay? It's a no-brainer. Just unfortunately for me, it's just not really clicking for me like I would have hoped. But in a perfect world, this would have lots of appeal to a lot of different types of listeners. All right. Unfortunately, as we've seen, that really has not happened. But give it a shot. You may dig it. I don't dislike it by any means. It's just not really my cup of tea. But like I said, I can see lots of people grooving to this. So give Trower a lot of credit for doing this. And I've been saying for a number of years, Robin's last bunch of albums, he has actually done the vocals himself. I am not a big fan of Robin's singing. He's got a singer. All right, here he's got a singer. So while they put this album out, which is in the style I just explained, I would love for them to do a typical like Robin Trower style album and hear how Maxi Priest can inject his vocals onto a little more kind of upbeat rock and real dig into some gritty blues type of stuff. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe that's not really in his wheelhouse, and I would totally get that, but this is the kind of singer that Robin has needed for a number of years. All right. It'd be interesting to hear Maxi Priest singing, like Day of the Eagle and Bridge of Sighs and all that classic stuff, right? But that may never happen. I don't know. This may be just a one-off, one-shot thing. I don't know. But United State of Mind from Robin Trower, Maxi Priest, and Livingstone Brown. Check it out. You might dig it. You might not. All right, so I think it's worth a listen. So this is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. See you tonight. Coming up, we've got the Tuesday night show each and every week in the Prague seat. We've got a fun show for you tonight where myself and the panel will be discussing some of our favorite epic tracks. That's coming up tonight. Do not miss it. We'll see you then, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.